I just posted the link on Instagram. If anyone is watching, could you please write something on the comments? Today I'm also gonna continue the same sculpting based on the Michelangelo's painting. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do because I just opened the file and maybe we should just do some anatomy. Yeah, maybe I'll go with the with the hand. Well, people are writing me on Instagram, but I'm not sure if anyone is watching the live. Could you write something on the chat so I know that you're watching? Sorry, I'm a little bit sick. I'll be coughing a bit, but I'll try to stay quiet because if I continue talking, hi Hadi, very welcome to my life. If I keep talking, I will keep coughing and disturb your ears. Hello everyone, thank you for writing hi in the comments. Hello, hello. Thank you, table hammer. I guess you're a big Warhammer guy. Like a big fan of Warhammer. So this is the third time I'm having the live, and I hope I'm gonna continue also next week. I had this break because of the holidays, because I also needed to have a break, but I also thought that people will be busy during this time. So, hello, Herman. Greetings. How is it going in Colombia? Hello, Javier. It's very nice to have you here. Thank you for coming. Yeah, during the holidays I stopped for like 2 weeks, and now I'm back to work again. I want to learn. Are you going to teach me how to use that program? I mean, you already know. You're kind of a master. Like, you do the armor in the perfect way possible, that honestly I don't know anyone else doing it as good as you do. Guys, Herman is a very great sculptor, like specifically on doing hard surface and armor. And he recently did a Warhammer guy, the Emperor, I think he's called. Is printed in different size, like a miniature size and also a big statue size. You can check his profile on Instagram and ArtStation. Saludos, David. Dave. Oh, you seem different when you speak Spanish. I think I need to look for some references, because doing stuff without references is just not okay. Don't do it. Never do it the way that I do. How different is like you have different personality when you're speaking Spanish. It's true, you know, people get different personalities, like different character with different languages when they speak different languages. Yeah, check Art Canon is really crazy with armor. He did a very great job with sculpting Emperor, the Emperor. You get happier speaking Spanish? That's a good thing, you know? I also get happier when I hear people speaking Spanish. Spanish is such a beautiful language. So first I'm going to correct the sorry the proportions and try to, you know, make the general forms like acceptable, let's say, and then I'll add some details. Maybe I should make it a little bit thicker. Probably can't stay too long, have stuff to do today. It's fine, Dave. It's very nice to see you jumping in, even for a short time. Thank you for joining. You can go whenever you want. And have a nice, I don't know, day or evening. It has to be still day. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're preparing stuff for the event in Las Vegas. Awesome. Say hi to people from my side. One day I should visit that event, you know. if you have questions, you can write in the comments. I'll try my best to respond and not and don't cough. You know, it's also very important to sculpt the hidden parts, because sometimes we are lazy and we don't pay that much attention to, for example, these parts of the hand that are hidden and will be covered and not showing. But this is like during the process of sculpting, this is very important because it's also affecting this part which is showing. If this part is not correct, then from the front is something is wrong. Usually something is wrong. Always paint the backside of the face. Steve Jobs. Right. I also know many painters that are really pissed by some other painters that they leave the backside of the miniature quite unpainted. They just color it in one or two colors. And yeah, I mean, I'm not a painter. I don't know about it, but yeah, I know that it's a big deal to also paint the back of the miniature when you're actually painting the miniatures. Fence, not base. As in, you might not see it, but it can show someday. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit sick today. That's why I'm coughing and I cannot see quite clearly, even though that I have my glasses on. But yeah, excuse me for not reading correctly. I was also thinking of checking my eyesights again, because last year I checked my eyesight and I had this problem that I had to wear glasses when I'm working, but I think it got worse during a year. It is absolutely a big deal to a lot of them. Yeah, if you mean the painters, yeah, it's a very big deal. I mean, you're trying to, paint miniatures, so you can share your experience with us later about, how challenging it is to, paint the back of the miniature, because I'm assuming that it's really challenging, because then you have to take care of, many things, lighting, different colors, shadows, a lot of stuff. It has to work in 3D-dimensional, let's say, 3D way of, looking at the miniature instead of, 2D painting is quite challenging. Just just for fun. I did the competition thing before I started sculpting. That's great. I mean, I also started sculpting just for fun. I mean, no, let's be fair. I didn't start it just for fun. I mean, it was fun, but then like I was really serious learning and, you know, continuing to learn. We'll see about your painting too. Next year you're gonna bring a very amazing paint job to one of the events, and you're gonna win all the medals, all the trophies and medals. Hi Sarah, very welcome to the live. Sorry. I think I need more water. Yeah, today I'm not seeing quite well. My eyes are kind of burning and I'm coughing a lot, but I had to do it because once I'm committed to do something, I want to do it no matter what. This finger looks quite long, so I think I have to make it shorter a bit. Sounds like allergia. No, it's the, I don't know how to call it in English, but in Persian also in Italian they call it sinusite. It's like the things, the holes that you have in your skull, and it's like, I mean, I don't know. Some people tell me that it's caused by bacteria, like bacteries, and some people are telling me that it's nothing, it's just like, you know, a cold, and some people are like, no, but bacteria exist, and then it can be a flu, it can be a virus, it can be something, but we don't know. And this kind of, you know, sickness, let's call it, is very hard to, you know, to say goodbye to. It's gonna stay there for at least 10 days. Sinusites, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly or not. I also went to the mountains yesterday, and I also did some karate, and it made me, you know, a bit weaker. I mean, exercising is good, but when you're sick, it's not really that good. You should always take it easy when you're sick. Did you kick someone from me? No, unfortunately, Marco didn't come. Marco is a friend of mine that we do karate together, and I don't know why he didn't show up yesterday. Probably he knew that I'm gonna kick him. I feel lied to now. No. No, that's not true. I never lie. Hola. Sorry. So when I'm sculpting hands, I usually try to imagine the structures, like the bones and stuff under the skin. I try to first exaggerate everything to just, understand what is going on, and then I smooth everything down, and this helps me to have the control of the amount of detail that I want to put in my work. Awesome work. Thank you, Mason. And sometimes when I'm lazy to look for references, I just look at my own hand and try to do the pose and understand how it would look in this specific pose. And exaggeration sometimes is good in sculpting, even in like classical sculpting. It's like you see sometimes, for example, the hands are too much exaggerated, too much big, and it's because it's really expressive. And even with other parts, like for example, if there's a twist in the torso and you want to make it look even more interesting, I think it's alright to exaggerate it a little bit more than like usual body. Like look at some dancers maybe to exaggerate the body forms. It's alright to do it, I think. Sometimes I do it on purpose. Por fin puedo verte trabajar en directo unas de tus obras. I don't know what obras means, but gracias. I'm happy that you're watching me too. Like I think sometimes the best way, even for me, to learn from other sculptors is to watch them working and learn of how they are working. And like during my own process of learning sculpting, it helped me a lot. So I'm not sure if you're planning to learn sculpting or no, but if you want to learn, it's a very useful thing to watch other sculptors sculpt. Hello, Da Vinci did that too, with hands on the lady with Hermine, for example. Okay. Yeah. Many of classical sorry sculptors did that on purpose. Increasing the size, yes, that's true. I'll be here for 1 hour, so if you have questions, I'm here to respond. And then the next live will be the same day next week, almost the same hour. For me, scheduling the hour is the most difficult part, because I need to be ready. I need to feel ready, let's say, and also a lot of work and stuff. So I'm not sure about the time exactly, but it will be in the evening next week on Monday again. Oh, and if you have any suggestions, opinion on the subjects that you would want me to talk, it's like more than welcome to hear your ideas. Also, I was thinking that I will have other sculptors. For example, I talked to Sarah already that we might have this live together and talk about our process of how we are starting, how we are ending, what kind of references do we use while sculpting, and our techniques and stuff like that. Maybe we can do it with Dave too. I don't know if Dave's still watching. During these lives also, like, when I talk to people, I learn a lot from talking with people. So it's like I really love talking to you guys, even if it's just some few words that you're writing in the chat. It's really meaningful to me, and it helps me to learn from you. Dave who? Dave you? So I was just saying that, like, I'm thinking of having live with other sculptors, and I mentioned about you, and I'm not sure if you would be interested in doing it or no. I was just mentioning about Sarah. This nobody? No, come on. Why you're being so humble? definitely prefer the fingers to be bigger, like a little bit thick to give it give it a masculine look. But I also like, delicate fingers. I heard, but why would you want me? I'm not good. No, no, come on. Who said that you're not good? Guys, Dave is a great sculptor who won a lot of medals in both events in SMC and also in Monte San Savino. He's such a great person too. He's such a polite and down-to-earth person that he doesn't want to even accept that he's good. Sara is absolutely amazing. I love her work. And I love her too, obviously. We talk a lot when we see each other during events. It's like we find the time to speak in Persian and, talk and spend time together. Dave, they're asking for your socials. You should write your Instagram and artist station here in the chat. I think it has to be, I don't know, just Dave. Yeah. Please tell her she's wrong. No, somebody has to tell you that you're doing great. So one more question, guys. Do you prefer short lives, like 1 hour, or you prefer longer? Like, do you prefer short lives, but like twice a week or 3 times a week? Or you prefer like 1 or 2 hours, but once a week? I think short one is better. Because I also get tired of watching sometimes. I prefer it to be short. I also don't think we would have the time to sculpt for like 2 hours, 1 hour and something. I think 1 hour is already enough. But this arm is looking broken, but we can always check with our own arm. So I think it looks alright, but maybe a little bit broken. Just a little bit, but looks okay. Maybe just a little bit. Yeah. I don't like this. Short twice a week. Thanks, Hadi. Yeah, I think it's a better option. Well, let's start, I think, once a week first, because I'm very busy lately and I'm not sure if I will be able to, keep the consistency to, you know, have it twice a week. But I'll try. I'll try to have it for 2 times a week instead of once. I also see something here which makes me doubt. I definitely need to look for references here because I am not sure if the muscle here is like ending before the corner here, or it's continuing down to the like the bending part of the arm. I should look for references for that part. Hi, 2A. Very welcome to my live. It's awesome to see you here. Sorry. I think I need more water. I still have a feeling that this hand is too feminine, because obviously I'm watching my own hand. I maybe need to inflate everything and make it thicker, like the wrist. Yes, I think it's gonna solve the problem. And also this part. Thank you, today. Yeah, I mean, I decided to do it like this, to put the camera this way this time, because my eyes are hurting and I switched off the light. And I have this cute light from my computer and also my keyboard and stuff. I like rainbow. It's kind of rainbow colors. I mean, I can change it. This one is purple now, purple, cyan purple. It is changing, kind of. And yeah, the minis here, I love them. And then there's this charcoal painting that I did it just for fun. But I like it. Oh, and there's this old painting from my friend Vincenzo, but I don't know the second name. I forgot it. He's studying in Barcelona. He gave me this as a gift, so I keep them here. And there's also, my minis here. This is the one that I recently sculpted. And I have some gifts here from, painters and, my friends. I keep them very close to me. That waist abdominal distortion looks great. You mean this? Don't know you also do 2D art. Ah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I started with 2D, but I'm terrible at it. Yeah, I'm really terrible with 2D because I never actually learned. I did it just for fun, just playing with colors because I was always curious, and I wanted to spend time playing with colors and doing 2D stuff, pencil drawing, charcoal drawing, and stuff like that. But yeah, I was more serious with sculpting, let's say. I still feel like this hand looks quite feminine. Okay, maybe later I should look for more references of male hand and arm to understand what is wrong here. And definitely thicker fingers here. And I also need to take care of the back of the hand. Yeah, the way they bend hip and rotation distorts the abdominal looks very tasty. Very good shapes for painting, a little over exaggerated for realism, which is good. Yeah, I was actually, yeah, thank you. I was actually talking about exaggeration. I don't know if you were already watching or not. But I sometimes prefer to do like unrealistic exaggeration. I mean, I do it from the beginning of the sculpting, and then later I, smooth the exaggeration down a bit. But sometimes I prefer to keep it like that because, it's let's say fantasy. It doesn't really have to be the, the closest to the realism possible. I mean, yeah, we do always the closest possible to the realism, but sometimes exaggeration is more appealing to the eyes, and I prefer to keep it always. I think exaggeration is a very important part of miniature sculpting, which is different to classic and realism sculpting, especially if you're sculpting for smaller scenes. It's important. Yes, I totally agree with it, but I also mentioned that in some classical sculpting, I mean, we can see the exaggeration mainly in the hands because hands are very expressive. And I think in miniature scale, because it's really small, you have to see some details, and if you make it really small, then it's not really visible for anyone, not for the audience, not for the painters. It's really important to keep the balance of the exaggeration with the scale. Hello Lucas, very welcome. Same way that statues on high buildings are always exaggerated. Yeah, true. You really need a bigger chat window on your setup, Leila. You keep leaning in. Yeah, it's That's true, but then the other problem is that I was just saying that because I'm sick and my eyes are not seeing quite well today because like it's a little bit like I feel like it's burning and I switched off the lights, so I also like do this like grandmas. But yeah, I also need a bigger screen for the chat. This is great seeing you guys here. Thank you for coming. I also sometimes look at my my sculpts from weird angles, like this one, because maybe it's easier for me to watch my own hand like this to understand the forms, and it's exactly the same angle to look at it even in ZBrush when I'm working. Distortion here. Hi David. Hello everyone. Patch, who are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, Patch, sorry, I didn't know that you have two names. Bienvenidos, very welcome. Did you see the redshift thing coming to ZBrush? Oh, no. But interesting news. No, I haven't heard anything about it yet. I should look it up online. How is this chat? 13 viewers and every profile I check out watching are incredible artists. Yeah, really. I feel like I'm really honored for having you guys here. Zaba, I'm pretty sure, is one of my judges at LVO. LVO is the one in Vegas, or is another one? Ooh. Yeah, so it's the one in Las Vegas. Andrea says hi. Say hi back to Andrea as well. Thank you. watching here. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Redshift is a render mode in ZBrush similar to the BPR render, but with proper lights and materials. It's not for proper finished renders, but being able to make nice-ish renders in ZBrush will be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I usually I don't use BPR a lot because sometimes it gives this weird effect that I have to change the setups here on the lighting and stuff. And it takes time, and sometimes I prefer to check the model in different softwares, for example Maya or Blender, to just make sure, because sometimes the perspective in ZBrush is, I think the number between 30 to 35 is the closest to the real life, but sometimes when you're rendering it, especially in different software, is not looking as you thought is gonna look in real life, or at least, for example, if you're doing a copy from like original artwork, for example this one, and you really care about the silhouette to make an exact copy of everything from the original artwork, it is quite tricky to not check it with other softwares. In ZBrush you see something and then you print it out and it's something else, which is normal. ZBrush is designed to sculpt, not for rendering, but it's a very good news that they have this plan for rendering in ZBrush with Redshift. Yeah, Redshift you said? Yeah. It is really useful. I'm excited. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, totally get that. It's why test prints is super good. For that, I actually think a small FDM printer would be good to have. Yeah, it's a good thing to have a printer, but I don't have any. In the future, maybe. It's very useful to do test prints and make sure that everything is as you planned it to be. Everything is looking as you planned it to look like that in real life. Hi, Wilson. Thank you. It's nice to have you here. I feel like I should make the hand bigger, or no? No, actually it looks small, but the reason is that the proportion of Adam here is like quite heroic. It's big. Maybe the reason that is looking small is because of that. But now that you mentioned, it's, I think, very necessary to do a test print of the proportions here, because it's gonna be huge when it's printed, and it's quite tricky to not print it to see how it's gonna look when it's printed. Thank you for mentioning that. I definitely need to print it. FDM printers give me the ICK because of the layer lines low, but resin is too much pastel. Well, I have no information about printers actually. I mean, I have some experience with printers, but many years ago, and it wasn't professional at all. So I have not much to say about printers here. I decided the resin printer is just too much work in their current form. All the cleaning and tweaking. FDM printers, though, are much easier to work with. I think, I think they are much easier to work because those are the ones that I actually have the experience with. I don't have the experience with resin printers at all. Table hammer, totally get that view. I wouldn't really be using FDM for proper prints, but they are good enough to see shapes and proportions. Properting. Yeah, I think if you want to, for example, check how the proportions are gonna look when it's printed in a specific size, those are the best and also faster, I think. I never found resin printers hard to deal with at all. I mean, yeah, you have the experience. You can share your experience with us here. Sorry. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need references to continue more with this body and anatomy details. And also this kind of toes are interesting. Let me see if I did it here. I kind of tried to do it here. I should repeat the same here. I don't like repeating things in my work. They're slightly different. But interesting that you can see this space between, the toes, the bigger toe and the second toe, always repeating. Here, here. Let's see if there's other. Here a little bit too. Like we can see that there is this space between it. Yeah, interesting. By the way, Leila, you know the story behind the shell goddess sitting in the picture? No, but I'm very curious to know. I know that I only know that this is the scene of creation of Adam, and this is the God, and this is the Adam, and these are the angels, but I don't know nothing more than that. I found this painting interesting because Michelangelo painted God in a way that as a kid I always imagined God to be like this. But obviously I never saw the painting before imagining it, and I found it interesting because it is how I was imagining it, and then now I'm seeing it. It's really interesting. It's why I decided to sculpt it. It's funny. Hi, Amin. Buonasera. Salam Parsa. It's very international here. I can speak many languages here. I can speak Persian, I can speak Spanish, I can speak English, Italian. It's awesome. I'm loving it. Saying hi in 4 different languages. Very nice. just make the form of this toes a bit close to the painting, and then I'll finish the live because I think it's already 1 hour and even more. At the time it was painted, anatomical study was forbidden. A burned... No, my English is terrible. I was just saying that it's so cool that I can speak English in different languages. I don't know what is this word at the stake. Level illegal, as it was seen as heretical to check the work of God. If you want, you can try French. No, I can't. French, no. So, I heard this story from someone. I don't know if it was Moses Yao, that I was talking about it with him. I think it was him that told me that first the God was like quite naked, and then because it's like it was criticized by others, I don't know who exactly, that the God shouldn't be naked, and then they covered with the cloth, with the clothing later. The shell God is sitting on is the inside of a human skull. It's the inside of a brain. Oh wow! Wow! Very interesting. I didn't know. It looks like a brain. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. That's true. Wow. But you can't speak Greek. No, I can speak Greek. I can say some words. But I can't say here. I will tell you, write you on DM, because those are bad words that bad Greeks taught me. I'm in the US, glad I got to catch a stream despite the time difference. Thank you, thanks. Jake! Oh, I remember you. Oh, it's nice to see you here. Thank you. Thank you for joining the live. Yeah, I think it's been already 1 hour and I think I have to go. But I really loved talking with you guys. This time I think it was more about reading the chat and, you know, talking with you guys, because I felt more like, you know, talking with you guys, because it was interesting to have many people from, you know, many places, different languages, and also Tue helping me with understanding many things about the painting. So it's a painting of God being inside a brain. Some could even say it's a picture of God being only human fantasy, and that was very not okay at that time. That makes also sense, yeah. If it's like, if we consider that this whole shape is the brain, maybe, yeah, there's this message behind it that is just the creation of the, you know, human being that is only inside our head, maybe, I don't know. Well, to be honest, I'm not a very religious person, so I don't know if he's a creation of our brain or he actually exists or no. But very interesting, very new things I'm learning about the painting. This is gonna help me to, you know, to process the feeling of the painting. You're crushing it. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, everyone, for coming and for all the information and all the support that you're giving me. I'm learning from you guys, and your support means a lot to me. So I guess I'll have the next live next Monday, almost the same hour. And I'm hoping that you're gonna join again and, you know, chat and talk and learn from each other. Thank you. Have a nice evening and day for those who are living in the US.